Now in this video, I am going to explain the applications of uniform circular motion. So how we can apply the uniform circular motion in our day-to-day practical examples. The first application is vehicle moving along a horizontal circular track. Vehicle moving along a horizontal circular track. So this is the circular track. This track is horizontal, you can see this in cross section. A vehicle is moving at a radius r with some velocity v. So we are going to find out the safe limit of speed or the maximum speed with which vehicle can move along this circular track. Now see, the car is moving along this radius r. So first we will show the forces acting on this car in this cross section. So the weight of car will act at the CG, that is center of gravity. The weight of car is mg. Then the normal reaction from road will act in upward direction. It is shown by n. The normal reaction from the road is shown by n. Then the centrifugal force will act away from the center, that is mr omega square, and there is friction between road surface and tires of the vehicle. So a friction static force will act and its direction is towards the center. So this is the center C and this is the radius r. We can write forces acting on vehicle. The first force is weight of vehicle, which is equal to mg. Then second, this weight of the vehicle is balanced by normal reaction from the road. It is given by n. In upward, the weight of the vehicle is acting downward. So due to friction between the tires and the road surface, the static friction force, that is Fs. This static friction force will prevent the vehicle from skidding or overturning. So this force balances the centrifugal force. Static friction force balances the centrifugal force. Overturning means this vehicle will not move along this radius. So instead of it, it will move away, or it will cross the road and it will move away in this direction. This is called as overturning. And the fourth is centrifugal force. The centrifugal force, which is mr omega square. the static friction force and this centrifugal force, they balances. So we can write Fs is equal to mr omega square, which can be written as mr omega square can be written as in terms of velocity as mv square by r, and the mass, weight of the vehicle is balanced by the normal reaction from the road. So mg is equal to m. So by taking the ratio, we get Fs by n is equal to m v square upon r upon mg. So mm will get cancelled. We get Fs upon n is equal to v square upon rg. Fs upon n is equal to v square upon rg. So remember this equation. In this equation, the radius of road is constant for given vehicle. The normal reaction from the road is also constant. From this equation, n is constant, r is constant, g is always constant, the acceleration due to gravity. So the Fs changes with v. Thus, the static friction force Fs varies with v, velocity. When velocity v increases, the static friction force Fs increases. Fs has upper limit, that is, the Fs has maximum value equal to mu s into n. So this mu s is the coefficient of friction between road and tire surface, and this limits the maximum value of velocity. For any given road and vehicle, the maximum value of speed is fixed, otherwise the vehicle may overturn, and this maximum possible speed at curvature can be calculated by Fs by n is equal to v square by rg. So in this we put the value Fs max upon n is equal to v max square upon rg. The Fs max is mu s into n, mu s into n divided by n equal to v max square upon rg. So n will get cancelled. So v max is equal to mu s Vmax square is equal to mu s r g. So from this we can write Vmax is equal to under root mu s r g. So using this formula we can find out the maximum possible velocity at curvature of radius r. The second example is well of death, which is called as मौत का कुआं. मौत का कुआं. In this, a stuntman rides his vehicle along the stuntman drives the vehicle along the vertical walls of the well. So this is the well, these are the vertical walls, and the stuntman rides the vehicle like this. So along this path it will ride the vehicle. So considering the stuntman as a point force, its weight of the stuntman and vehicle will act downward mg. The walls of the well will exert the normal reaction, and as the vehicle is moving in horizontal circle, it will tend to fall down, and it is held by the friction between tire and well surface. So the static friction force will act in upward direction. So these are the forces acting on the vehicle. So forces acting on the vehicle are first the normal reaction, and is towards the center, then second weight of vehicle, mg, it acts in downward direction, and third is the static friction force, Fs, it acts upward direction, right? So these are the three forces acting on the vehicle in, and the fourth force, that is centrifugal force, is acting in outward direction. The fourth one is centrifugal force, mr omega w, in outward direction. The normal reaction is balancing the centrifugal force, and the weight of the vehicle is balanced by the static friction force. We can write n is equal to mr omega square and Fs is equal to m. So this can be written as mv square by r, and the maximum value of Fs is mu s into n. Our case, this Fs is less than equal to mu s into n, because we cannot further increase the static friction force than its maximum value. So it is less than equal to mu s into n. So therefore we can write Fs is equal to mg is less than equal to mu s into n. So we have the value for n as this is the value of n. So m v square upon r. So we get g less than equal to mu s, m is get cancelled, v square upon r. So for v we can write v square is greater than equal to rg by mu s. V square is greater than equal to rg by mu s. Minimum value of v is equal to under root rg by mu s. So this is the expression for minimum velocity in well of death. So in well of death, the rider must ride the vehicle with minimum velocity which is equal to rg by mu s, under root rg by mu s.